Hello and welcome, and here we are for the final round of the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship hosted by the MRC Mature Racing Club on Facebook. If you haven't already, check them out. And here we are for the final round, race 10 at Circuit de la Sainte Croix. It's a bit of an odd one, but yeah, quite a long track. We'll go through the order quickly. First, it's a reverse grid from race 9, which I've just done a commentary replay over, so if you're interested, go and watch that as well, the race before this. So this is the reverse grid from the results of race 9. It's pretty hard to say. Has in first. Just skip up the camera in the Megane. Diablo in second in the Peugeot. Dark Smoker in third in the VW Sirocco, Robus in fourth in the Audi TT, ADG in fifth in the Audi TT. I'm ADG, by the way. Viali UK in the Ferrari, Rafael in the Lamborghini, Steve Stearns in the Subaru, and GT Jelly in ninth. I've just realised I haven't read anyone's numbers out there. In ninth in the Porsche. So without much further ado, we'll get on the way. So I haven't made notes on this one. I'm just going to watch it through and stick with it and see what happens, basically. Try and stick with the action and see what goes on. So off we go. Start from everyone. Bayal looks like he's got a good start in the Ferrari. So we see everyone going through the first corner, it's flat out into this corner, and then heavy braking into this one. So Dark Smoke having a bit of contact up front there with Diablo, which puts him into the wall and then creates all kind of chaos behind him. So we've got Steve Stones turning around, doing a 3-point turn, Deli B collecting him as he was ghosting and then suddenly didn't ghost. So bad start from for us at the back. We've all dropped back with contact. So I've got Robus and Viali side by side. Viali losing out to Robus, dropping into 6th place. Robus into 5th. We've got Rafael chasing Dark Smoker in 3rd place. Diablo in 2nd now, and Has still in 1st at the moment. So watch Diablo as the chasers Has, and looking back, we've got Dark Smoker behind him. So Has going a little bit wide into there, giving the line to Diablo, and again doing the same into the next one. So again Diablo having a line and just managing to run the better line through the corner, take the speed and pull the gap. So taking the place off Has dropping into 4th now. Dark Smoker up into 2nd, Rafael into 3rd. Got Robus now in 4th, Has dropping into 5th. Viali's dropped back a little bit now. Got GT Deli in 7th, Steve Stones in 8th, and me in 9th. Bit of an incident between me and Steve Stones in the 2nd corner as well. All went wrong on the brakes for Steve Stones. Anyway, we carried on to tried to get ourselves back in the race, but we've lost so much time by this point, and we're only on the 1st lap, so it was almost race over for us at the back. So we'll stick with the action. Has right on the back of Robert Hood now. Robert's probably got the advantage in the TT round here. It's always a good car on most tracks. Slipstreaming Rafael as we see Rafael on the right hand side of the straight. And the Lamborghini up front. So it seems a bit all over the place as Roberts at the moment. Don't know if he was looking behind him or something. Seemed like he was weaving around a little bit down the straight there. So we're into the race now, even though we're still on the first lap. We're coming towards the end of the first lap. It's quite a long lap around here. Robert's going a little bit wide on the exit there, and we see Haz doing it the same behind him. Nothing too dramatic. Sometimes feel like I could make my own words up when I do this. So GT Delhi after that bad start in 7th now. I'm right at the back in 9th, so I ain't got a lot to say about this race really from my point of view. Steve Stearns in 8th. Rafael chasing Dart Smoker dropping right back, so I've missed what's happened there, but Dart Smoker was in 2nd place, now down into 7th, so must have got himself a penalty somewhere and found himself in 7th place. So unfortunate that for Dart Smoker. He was having a good race to start off with. We've got GT Delhi, Dart Smoker, Rafael and Viale all close side by side here going down the long straight. Very long straights on this track, on certain sections of it anyway. So all getting the braking done, try and keep it nice and tidy. Rafael taking the place in 4th, GT Delhi in 5th, Viale in 6th now, and then Dart Smoker down the inside of Viale as he makes a little bit of an error, and up into 6th. Viale dropping back into 7th, might have been a penalty to be fair to Viale. So dropping back a little bit. We've got the Rafael GT Delhi, looks like he's taking a penalty there, so he's dropping back. So loads of penalties being taken by people here by little mistakes, and you could pick up a penalty really easily on this track, so really hinders your race if you're getting multiple penalties. I did the same in my race, I know exactly how it feels. It's really annoying. So yeah, you're doing really well, then you make a tiny little mistake because you're trying to run side by side with someone through a corner, legitimately racing, and then all of a sudden you cut a corner a little bit because you're side by side, and GT Delhi taking the place off Viale there, and then all of a sudden you get yourself a penalty and you have to lose the places and drop back. So good move there from GT Delhi to get up in 6th place past Viale then. Got that Smoker back up into 5th now from dropping back into 7th a moment ago. So it's all over the place as this race at the moment. We've got Diablo up in 1st and Robus in 2nd, so that's good results from them so far. Haz in 3rd, so back up there is Haz having a good race now. Rafael in 4th, Dart Smoker in 5th, GT Delhi B in 6th, Viale in 7th, ADG and I'm in 8th, and Steve Stearns in 9th now after he's made a mistake and I've got past him. So yeah, just stick with the action and see what's going on. No one's really close at the moment, so this is about the closest battle at the moment, Haz and Robus. See what happens here through the next couple of corners. I was going to say laps, but that would have been about 10 minutes worth. So good racing here from Haz. This is what I meant in the first race. If you watched the race 9 replay, I mentioned about Haz just seems to be a bit unfortunate at times, but seems to be quite a good racer, and he's proven it in this race in 3rd, doing a good job. No one behind him either, so he's pulled the gap to the guys behind him, and he's chasing Robus, which we know at the moment is leading the championship, so he's not as slow as Robus, so he's in a good position there. Rafael going down the straight now in the Lamborghini, looking back to GT Delhi in 5th behind him, and Dart Smoker right behind him chasing him. GT Delhi actually catching the wall a little bit there. So Dart Smoker right behind him now, see what he can do. Get a good run onto the straight now. to long straight, see if we can slipstream as well, and get it done into the next corner after this. Don't think he's close enough at the moment, but see if the slipstream starts working as he gets closer and closer. So he's come round the outside as Dark Smoker has avoided a crash. So he's ended up going into the wall to avoid hitting GT Delhi there. So it's a good move, but obviously a terrible move at the same time for Dark Smoker's race, but a good move to not ruin anyone else's race. Full respect there, Dark Smoker, for doing that. It's not easy to do in the actual moment, put yourself into the wall rather than ruin someone else's race, but you realise that you got it wrong on the brakes by the look of it. Thought better of it and thought, yeah, I'm not going to ruin GT Delhi's race here, so I'll just back out, do the best that I can, and unfortunately you went into the wall. So full respect for doing that though, Dark Smoker. So GT Delhi still has the race that he deserves. He's in 5th place now, chasing down Rafael, and he's catching him up as well by the look of it. So we've got Haz still in 3rd, Robust a little bit in front of him, and Diablo running away with the lead at the moment. So just to check in on the guys up front. Not that much going on. We've got Rafael and I almost called him Ruffalo then, which is probably how he pronounces his name. But Rafael in 4th, being chased by GT Delhi. This is probably the closest action at the moment. It's a long track, is this, so it's hard to keep the cars together. As soon as someone makes a mistake, you seem to drop back a long way because of the long straights on this track. Especially if you have a penalty or something as well and you have to give up time because of that, you end up dropping back a long way on the straights. We can see everyone's on the straight on the mini-map at the top, but if you actually look, they're so far ahead that it's that long and straight. It's a lot of time to make up, is that? That's what I'm trying to get at, really. So Rafael doing a good job of just leading away from GT Delhi here, not buckling under the pressure, and he's keeping up the laps and doing some good racing. GT Delhi's right on his tail now saying that, so giving him some even more pressure, but it looks like he's just picked up oh no, it looked like he was ghosting for a second, but I'm sure up about that because it stopped. So it looks like GT Delhi at this point might have a penalty and he's just losing it slowly through the corners, so he keeps ghosting slightly. But it's not lost him any speed, he's still right on Rafael's tail. Looks like he's losing his penalty a little bit more there as he lifts on course into the last, over the line and into the first corner. So he's definitely dropped off the back of Rafael there from a penalty, and dropped back towards Dark Smoker. So Dark Smoker seeing a bit more of an opportunity in front of him now, with GT Delhi a lot closer to him. Bayali chasing down in the Ferrari, nice close up of it there as it comes out from the rear end. And then we've got me, G in the TT in 8th still, 9th in his Steve Stearns, just struggling to catch up and get themselves back into the race. Too much happened on the first lap in the first couple of corners to get into the race really. So Bayali in 7th, as we've already said. Dark Smoker chasing GT Delhi, but doing a good job, so he's pulled a bit of a gap to him by the look of it. Just trying to keep up with where everyone is. So Diablo's doing a really good job out front, just controlling this race completely. Big gap to Robust behind him as well, as we can see. Nowhere to be seen Robust in the distance. Robust doing a good job as well in 2nd place, making sure that he gets a good result in for the championship, so he can win this championship overall. Has 91 in third. Again, I'll say it again, he's having a really good race up in third place. Didn't have the best of races in race 9. We've got Rafael and Dart Smoker side by side now, so pretty close action going on here. Dart Smoker taking a different line. Oh, and there's contact. Oh, that's bad to see. Unfortunate for Dart Smoker as well. It always seems to be Dart Smoker that loses out in these situations. But Rafael and Dart Smoker having a coming together there, and Dart Smoker finding himself in the barriers after that. So Viale up into 6th place, Dart Smoker now down into 7th, so he was having a decent race with Dart Smoker there, trying to make an extra position up, but it all went wrong for him. And Viale ends up making a position out of it, so good move from Dart Smoker in Viale's eyes. But yeah, Rafael looks like he's slowing down now as well for Dart Smoker, so he knows he's done wrong, accepting that he probably his mistake, causing the contact, and he's letting Dart Smoker back pass, so he's in 6th place at the moment as we see Dart Smoker catching him up. Dart Smoker's now about to go into 6th, Rafael goes into 7th, so now we can chase him, and that's good to see from Rafael. Didn't look like he was going to do that to start with, but always good to see in the MRC people do stick to the rules, and the rule is if you do have contact with someone and it's possibly your fault and not theirs, and you feel that it probably is your fault. So Dart Smoker going off there and not doing himself any favours after getting the place back in front of Rafael. So Dart Smoker's back down into 7th and Rafael's in 6th now, just because Dart Smoker probably got a bit excited from Rafael giving him the place back, and then ended up binning it on one of the corners. So now Rafael's got the chance to just run away with it, no reason to give Dart Smoker the place back this time. But yeah, unfortunate bit of contact there, and made those guys slow down, so pulled them out of the race that they were having a little bit. Like I've already said, once you're racing on this kind of a track, unless you've got the fastest car, it's really hard to catch up because of the long straights. So Viale in 5th now, doing a good job just keeping it nice and clean and consistent. Done a 149.7 lap time as his fastest so far. GT Delhi a 30 oh my god, can't get my words out. A 3:46.6 GT Delhi's done, so quite a bit quicker. And if you look through on everyone else as a skip through, you can look at their lap times as well. So the fastest so far has been done by Diablo, which is 3 minutes 45 seconds and 0.194. So a very quick lap from Diablo, and that's probably why he's up there in the front. Consistent laps as well if you look, apart from the starting lap, because it's a standing start obviously, so that's a slow lap. But the laps where he's been at pace, he's been pretty consistent, so doing a really good job Diablo up front. Obviously suits him this circuit and he likes it. So Haz looks like he's catching Robus again a little bit. He's not close, but he's getting there slowly but surely. He's not dropping back too far anyway. GT Delhi in 4th now, looking to chase Haz down. And everyone's spread out a little bit now, so again I'll just start waffling on a little bit about the championship. It's been really good. Bit of an unfortunate race for me and Steve Stearns this last one. We ended up having really bad contacts at the beginning of the race, and it ruined it for us. A bit of a sad way to end the season for us too, but for everyone else I'm sure it was decent, and yeah, good championship overall. So again, thank you very much for everyone that puts the effort and time into organising it and turning up every week. Drivers as well, I'll extend that to you. It's an absolute pleasure to race against you week in, week out. So yeah, anyway, just thought I'd get that in there. I'll do a bit of self-promotion whilst I'm at it as well. If you end up watching this and you haven't subscribed already and you want to watch more of these kind of videos, race replays that I'm involved in and commentate over afterwards, then give us a subscribe and there'll be plenty more of them to come. And if you've enjoyed this, give us a like, really appreciate it. So getting back to the racing anyway, we've got Dark Smoker right at the side of Rafael now. Wide enough part of track to run side by side easily. Go through the corner side by side as well, but looks like Dark Smoker's won on that one. So Dark Smoker up into 6th, gets past Rafael nice and cleanly there, good overtake. So after his little mistake and a bit of contact that probably wasn't his fault, Dark Smoker is making his way back up the order now. So good to see that he's getting back into the race. Guys in front of him, a bit of a gap in front of him, but he'll be able to see him on the long straight, so he can slowly reel them in. So Rafael looks like he's struggling a little bit at this point in the race. He's dropped back a little bit off Dark Smoker as he's got past him. And just to check in on Steve Stearns and myself at the back, just give us a little bit of coverage. So Rafael trying to get the slipstream on Dark Smoker now, see what happens. Got Viali in 5th place, still at the moment, the positions haven't changed further up, so we'll keep watching this. Oh, so we see Rafael running it wide, hitting the barrier a little bit before getting into the braking zone. Getting it all gathered back up, getting on the brakes and keeping it nice and tidy actually into the corner. So a bit of a moment for Rafael there. Just probably lost the turning point and turned in a bit late and ended up heading towards the barrier with understeer. Easy to do, flat out into that first corner. Saying that from experience, I've done it myself plenty of times. So Dark Smoker doing a good job now, holding Rafael off and pulling a little bit of a gap to him. We've got Viali chasing GT Delhi, but a gap to them and a gap all around really, so that's the problem with these kind of tracks. Unfortunately, it ends up being, unless there's really, really close racing going on between two cars, then it ends up spreading about a little bit. So we'll just keep an eye on everyone's positions now and see if anyone changes slowly but surely. We've only got 10 minutes left of the race. It was a good circuit to end it on this one, been quite a long circuit and a bit more of a circuit to challenge us all for the last race. It was good, not a circuit I'm particularly familiar with and I struggled a little bit on it, I'll be honest. Looks good, the Ferrari with the Logitech livery on it. See a little lock up from the back left on Viali's Ferrari there as he headed into the corner on the brakes. Unloaded the tyres. On these straights you just sit there looking at the rev counter, making sure that you shift at the right time and just trying to slipstream the guy in front. Even though you might be a distance away, you still get a distant tow. Should have looked how fast they were going there on that long straight. I'll skip down and see the guys behind, see how fast I'm going. 155 towards the end there in 6th gear. 157, 158 I just touched there before getting on the brakes into this corner. Tightens up on you this corner, so important to get on the brakes early. So we've got Dark Smoker still chasing Viali. Bit of a gap in between them, but if Dark Smoker can push, he's definitely capable of closing that gap. talking as though this is happening now. It's already happened. This is a replay, but I haven't watched it already, this one, so... So just sticking in that slipstream again on these long straights, so important to do. Heading into the first corner, you've got to make sure you hit that apex, and then hard on the brakes for the tight right-hander. Pretty much a 90-degree corner, you can run it quite wide on the exit, but the barriers are there to collect you if you run it too wide. So again, Sainte Vialli's slipstream, looks like he's going to get there in the end. Slowly but surely. I don't think he's going to do it this time though on this straight. So heading into the braking zone, he's gone for the inside. Can he get it done on the brakes? He manages to get it done on the brakes. It's a good move there from Dark Smoker. I thought he broke a little bit late there and he was going to have trouble, but no. Got it all gathered up and did a good job. And Vialli drops off a little bit as well. So good, really good move there from Dark Smoker. Good overtake to get 5th place off Vialli. Vialli now chasing Dark Smoker, obviously. And Rafael's now getting in the mix. He's not far behind Vialli, so watch this for a little bit. Still got Diablo in 1st place, Robust the Hood in 2nd, and Haz in 3rd up front. So it looks like Rafael's really running the gears long before he changes gear. But I know about driving the Lambo because I do it in another league, and you've kind of got to do it to get the maximum out of the Lambo. Otherwise it doesn't feel like a particularly fast car unless you really get the revs going. So getting you a bit untidy into there, and Vialli's on the back of Rafael, but good move there from Rafael to get down the inside of Vialli and get the job done. So Vialli now in 7th place, but looking to come back. Braking early and not having an attempt down the inside though. Tight apex is that one. So Vialli looking for the run down here instead. Looks to go side by side, but thinks better of it because there would have been contact. Tight corner again, and cutting into the apex nice and tight. Rafael. So we've got Vialli looking to do it on this long straight. He should get back into the slipstream, so he does do. Rafael making it hard for him to sit in the slipstream right against the grass. Keeping the defensive line going, Rafael as well, not letting it go the whole way down the straight. And because they're equally matched cars obviously on pace, Vialli didn't manage to get it done. Without the slipstream, he struggled to get past him. So finds himself in 7th place with a good opportunity miss there, if you don't mind me saying so, Vialli. Just because that's the longest straight, you had a good chance down there really. But unfortunately didn't manage to get it done, so Rafael getting away in 6th now. So we'll check in with everyone else. So we've got Diablo in 1st, Robust in 2nd, Haz in 3rd, big gaps between them now, can't see each other that easily. GT Delhi in 4th, sorry. Dark Smoker in 5th, doing a good job getting back up there after a few mistakes. Rafael in 6th, Vialli in 7th, and then you've got me and Steve Stones in 9th. So I'll head back up to what's going on here. Got Vialli and Rafael pretty close together, about the closest at the moment, but still not that close. And then we've got Dark Smoker being chased by Rafael, but again, bit of distance between them. So not a lot to say at this point in the race, if I'm completely honest. We'll just shut up for a minute or two and just keep watching. I see Rafael going wide up front. Dark Smoker losing out somehow. So I don't know if that was a penalty or something. I'm not sure what was happening there, but Dark Smoker losing out, and Rafael actually probably getting it wrong because he had to go around the outside of Dark Smoker into that corner. So Dark Smoker dropping into 6th and Rafael into 5th. And Viale all of a sudden involved in the battle right in front of him. So we see Rafael struggling again in the Lamborghini through that little section and losing a bit of time, so Dark Smoker's right onto the back of him again. Looking for the inside line, Dark Smoker if the opportunity arises, but not going to push it too hard. Not going to force any issue. So Rafael running it wide into the wall there, giving Dark Smoker the run out of the corner, and Rafael dropping into 6th, possibly even 7th if Viale can get the run on him and get down into the inside onto the next corner. He's already done it, Viale, so that was a big mistake from Rafael running wide into the barrier and to the entry to the long straight, and losing a lot of time down the long straight because of that. So he's sitting in Viale's slipstream now, but lost the positions to 2 people there because of that slight mistake. So down the inside with Viale, looked like a little bit of a twitch, if not a little bit of contact. And Viale still winning out in 6th place. Good side by side, good clean racing. Oh, and Rafael just getting a bit carried away and running it into the wall. So it's the end of the race. I didn't realise Diablo bringing it in 1st. Jesus Christ, that's crept up on me fast. 2nd is Robust the Hood. Haz in 3rd is good race from Haz there. Good race from Diablo and Robust as well. GT Deli in 4th, good race from him. Everyone's had a good race, I'll just put it out there now so I don't have to say it for everyone. Dark Smoker in 5th. Viale in 6th, battling right till the end. See these guys come over the line. Got Rafael in the background, just about to come over in 7th. And then in the background, slowly but surely, I'll make my way to the line in 8th. And then we've got Steve Stones behind me in 9th. Handbraking over the line, into the wall, of course. That's me. And then Steve Stones in 9th to finish us off. So, good race from everyone. Bit unfortunate for me and Steve Stones in the first couple of corners, like I've already said, but all in all, good championship, good racing. Thank you very much everyone for your input, and I've really enjoyed doing the commentary over the racing again this season, so expect it again next season probably, if I get involved and I'm not too busy, that is. So yeah, anyway, take care. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed this, subscribe. If you've liked it, give us a like, and yeah, I'll see you soon hopefully. Take care, and cheers for watching. Good championship, and well done Robert Sahud for taking the win overall, and having a really good season all the way through and getting the win, and well done to the other guys that get promoted in the positions that they were in as well. I forget who it is if I'm completely honest, but well done everyone. Good championship, so take care, see you soon, and goodbye.